Hello YouTube and fellow preppers, I am Geordie Prepper. I've decided to re-review the equipment that I've done in previous videos. The reason for this is obviously I've got a better camera now and I can show you in a bit of a better quality the equipment that I use in a bug-in situation. And to get things started, I'm re-reviewing the Gerber Recon Task Light. This is a really good small torch. It runs off a single AA battery. This could be standard ones that you get in the shops, or what I would recommend is to use Loops. And it's a very small torch. I mean, I haven't got the biggest hands in the world nor the smallest hands in the world, but it is a pretty small torch and it has a clip on it for attaching to a belt. It's a pretty sturdy clip. The actual construction of the torch is really solid. I've just added a paracord lanyard on here. My idea behind this was that I could clip it to a molly vest. It doesn't go around your wrist or anything like that. It's basically just a larger hole and a smaller loop to attach to something. This is a really good solid torch, and I use it quite a lot, to be honest. It's only 3 lumens, which is really good because what you don't want to be doing is using high powered torches in a bug-in situation, because obviously this is an indication that you have very good equipment in your property. What you want to be doing is moving around and basically keeping your property as dark as possible without it compromising your safety. So something like this is really good. It's also a good torch to carry in the field. It's weatherproof, it's not waterproof, you can't submerge this. On the front here it has the dial technology, DIAL, stands for diode illumination adjustment lens or something like that. It's basically just a fancy way of saying that you can turn this and you can use a different type of setting depending on what you want to do. On the actual dial itself, you'll notice that there's this flattened part of it. This is so that you can find the nighttime setting. So if I just turn the torch on there, you can see that's the nighttime red setting, and that lines up with the flat groove there. And what I usually do is I just line the belt clip up with that groove, so it's a little easier to find it as well, even though the belt clip does move quite freely. So that is the night vision setting there. You can turn this either way. That's your standard white light illumination. It's only 3 lumens, which is fine. This does light up the property just fine, but it doesn't shine so bright that it will go for any curtains or anything like that and give you away. The next setting is the blue filter. That's for identifying liquids. The next setting is the green filter, and that's for map reading. So I pretty much have it on the nighttime one all the time. If I'm going to turn the torch on, it is going to be nighttime, but I don't want it to spoil my night vision too much. Even though at 3 lumens, it's not going to do that anyways. The battery compartment is got out by this. It's quite a long end cap for a torch, to be honest. It has quite fine threads which I've silicone greased just to give it a bit more water repellent stroke waterproofing for the battery compartment itself. I've just got a standard AA battery in there. This torch is a good torch to use for just standard batteries. One warning about this torch is this battery here is an Eneloop battery. And it did start out life looking like this. This is the XX Eneloops. Really outstanding batteries, these. And the one thing though with this torch and these batteries is that these batteries don't fit into the torch very well. The normal white Eneloop batteries, they work fine, but these higher capacity ones, they're just ever so slightly too big for this torch. And the reason that this one looks like this is because it got stuck in the torch. I had to force it out, and it basically just stripped the coating off. I mean, this battery is absolutely fine, it works great. It just doesn't look like a normal Eneloop. The battery charger I would recommend if you're using rechargeables with this torch is the BL700, by the way. This is an outstanding charger, and I'll do a review of it later on. You'll notice that it has two rubber seals there. I think the battery compartment should be pretty waterproof. The actual head of the torch itself, I would say, isn't. So I've silicone greased it there and give it a bit more water retention stroke waterproofing. And that's how the torch is actually turned on, is by twisting the battery compartment. So that's it switched off, that's it switched on, just by twisting the battery compartment. That's all there really is to say about this torch. I mean, it is a very, very sturdy torch. You know, it's not too bright that it'll give you away easily. Usually what I do when I'm turning the torch off is I'll twist it and then just push on the tail cap until it no longer comes on, just so that it limits the chance of accidentally turning the torch on. Obviously if it's in a pocket, then that might turn and it might switch the torch on, so that's something to be aware of. Also, if this is attached to anything and you've got the torch turned off, then this might actually become more loose and then you lose the torch. So the preferred way that I would store this torch, and for the most part it's how you should store all torches, is to remove the battery completely. And turn the battery compartment until it's as tight as possible, and then you don't run the risk of wearing out a battery that's in there, and you don't risk losing it if it's attached to anything. So that's the re-review of this torch. I hope you've enjoyed it, guys. I'll be doing the re-review of the other torches that I did in the past, and I'll be doing a review of most of the gear that I use now. This is running alongside the Bugging series of videos that I'm doing, where I'm still doing videos about water, and the next video on water will be regarding the Lifesaver bottle. So thanks for watching, guys. Be safe and be prepared.